Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and this time I'm checking out Reinforcements. Reinforcements is a competitive card game from 2 to 4 players. Plays in about 20 to 60 minutes. Yeah, you can do that. Ages 14 and up, from Peasant Mob, by designers Brennan Kahl, Nick Brown, and Jack Collins, with art by Jack Collins. And if memory serves, I believe Jack Collins also did the design for the Bad Boys, the latest Bad Boys movie poster or logo. I think the third one, Bad Boys Forever, if memory serves. So the object in Reinforcements is to win, which can be said for a lot of games. The object is to win, but not only win. In Reinforcements, you want to be the last person standing. You only win if everybody else is defeated. So that's why on the back of the box it says, "Build your army, crush your friends." That's pretty accurate. So you've seen the box. It's a box. It's also a prototype, so there could be some things that change between the prototype that I have and the finished product, but this is certainly indicative of this video will be indicative of the gameplay flow and the mechanics that will be used. So I've shown you enough of the box. Let me show you what the actual cards and components look like. So in Reinforcements, you're going to have a deck of, I believe, 90 cards that all look just like this, front and back. I'm kidding. This is the back of them. So just to kind of give you an idea, you're going to have, everybody's going to be able to build and comprise their army out of 3 different colors, if you will: red, blue, and green. I put out these special cards. There's also player guides, which are nice as well. Player guides, get into the specifics of what all these cards do. These are just a couple. There's also soldiers and rangers, and there's other types of cards, but these are the ones that kind of have a special ability. But there are other ones, like I mentioned. You have soldiers and a lot of peasants. Okay, I keep seeing soldiers. There's druids, there's rangers, and then you have an heir. So those have even more power. The number in the upper left corner indicates the power of that card. You have a knight. And there's all the same different types of cards per color. So red's gonna have the same types of color. Red's gonna have the same types of cards, and blue's gonna have, and green's gonna have, so on and so forth. So I put out the specialty cards just to sort of explain what they do. So the mages, there's going to be mages of each color. The mages will allow you to eliminate 2 cards on the top of a stack. I'll explain what a stack is and go over this again. The peasants, if you happen to discard 5 peasants on your turn, you can eliminate someone's entire stack. It's called a mob, which the name of the company is Peasant Mob. See how it, yeah. And the assassin. The assassin allows you to eliminate any card that's on the field. It's very useful. In addition to the special cards, you're also going to have what are called Totem Cards. I'm not sure if they're going to be called that in the final game or not, but as for the prototype, they're called Totem Cards. The back they have is a little bit different. There's sometimes this one is a mix, because this one is called Hero of the People. And it says defend any attack at any time, 1-time use. Keep in mind, all of the special totem cards are activated. This one is activated, and you have 2 stacks of different colors that are flipped and revealed. That all makes sense in a moment. The elusive chameleon. A single player can get a chance to use the elusive chameleon once they flip over and reveal 2 different green stacks. I like green. Let you pick more cards. This lets you switch one of your stacks with any opponent's stacks. Yeah, if that's done to you, you will hate it. The Berserker Worm allows you to eliminate any 3 cards currently played on the field. and that's activated once you have 2 revealed red stacks. And then last but certainly not least, the Guardian Elk. So once you have 2 blue stacks that are revealed, this one allows you to draw 3 cards and defend up to 3 times using any cards in your hand. I'll just put these to the side for a second. Let me just kind of run you through what a 3-player setup might be and sort of explain things along the way. At the start of the game, each player will be dealt 5 cards. So we have player 1, player 2, player 3. At that point, each player would take a look at their cards. Okay, I promise I actually did shuffle these. I'm not sure why player number 3 has all red cards. I did shuffle them, and no one has any green, which is also quite interesting. So ordinarily, these would be players' hands. You would not be seeing what they have, but for the purpose of explanation, you can see everything that they have. It makes sense right now. So what happened is each player would take a look at the cards in their hand, and they would choose 3 to begin 3 stacks in front of them. So a stack is, most stacks are going to be 3 cards of the same color in a vertical stack. And a stack only gets revealed once you've added the 3rd card to it. So for right now, each player would go in and they would begin a stack with 3 of the cards in their hands. So keeping in mind, very powerful cards can be used for attacking immediately, but also the power they have is also their defense. So if they're in the stack, this monarch can attack for 7 if it comes out of your hand on your turn. But if it's flipped down as part of a stack, having 7 is kind of nice because it's a lot more than the other cards. And I'll make more sense in a second. So you have to figure out pretty quickly, unless everybody wants to wait around for you. Do you want to have what's more important to you in the beginning? Do you want to have stacks of higher numbers, which means you'll potentially be playing longer, or do you decide to have more powerful things in your hand to attack? So for player number 1, I'm going to take these 2 5s and start a red stack and a blue stack. And you can always peek to, if you don't remember. So I normally go red, blue, green. So red, blue, and I'll just add this knight that's worth 4 for another blue. Now I can't add it on top of this singular stack because you have to start 3 stacks. The one thing that's not good is no one has any green. So that kind of means that player number 3 is going to have 3 stacks of the exact same color, which might not be what you want, but if that's what you're dealt, that's what you got. So for player 1, they're going to have blue, red, blue, blue for their stacks. And then they're going to hold on to their other 2 cards. And player number 2, it is crazy that there's no green. I've never seen this happen before, but hey, that's when you're shuffling, it's always a possibility that you won't get what you want. So they're going to take their monarch, and instead of keeping it in their hand, they're going to create a stack with that monarch, and then they're going to create 2 blue stacks. They're going to go red, blue, blue. So these are player number 2 stacks right here. And then, wow, this is I feel like I should get some green in there, but this can happen. This could happen to you. So I have to keep it. So they have 2 airs. So they're going to keep an air in their hand. Well, actually, because they're the highest cards. Yeah, they're going to keep one of the airs in their hands and then do it like that. They do have 2 peasants, though. And if you discard 5 peasants, as I said earlier, well, that can, yeah. If you have 5 peasants and discard them at once, you can eliminate somebody's entire stack, which is kind of nice. So yeah, they're just gonna do that. At that point, every player has made their stacks, so their stacks are set. So at this point, everybody would put out one card, and whoever has the highest power of their card would go first. In case of a tie, if players are ever tied in this initial part or later on, it'll make sense in a moment. If you're tied, whoever yells out reinforcements the loudest and probably the first would break the tie.
Remember when I said there's a tie? What happens is we both yell reinforcements. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, reinforcements.
Oh, reinforcements. Oh, right. Okay. Wait, but I thought that was only for the.
So to start the game, whenever there's a tie, first person to yell reinforcements goes first. But once the game's actually started, whenever there's a tie and an attacking like just happened right now, we yell reinforcements, and then defender draws from the top of the deck first, then attacker draws. We flip those cards, higher card goes first. If those cards tie, we yell reinforcements again, and we draw again until someone draw. I've done it 6 times where we just yell the reinforcements 6 times.
So you're gonna draw first, right?
You draw first. Defender draws first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then 3, 2, 1, flip. Okay, so
I win.
Hence the name. That's what the name of the game comes from. The only thing is the card that you put out to decide who goes first gets discarded. So player 3 is probably not going to want us to put out their 6 because it's a 6. So, yeah. So to start the game, let's say player 1 would put out their 4. This peasant would just stay in their hand. Player 2 would put out their 3. And this would just stay in their hand. And player 3 would probably, they probably know, hey, if I play this 6, I can go first, but it's a 6. So then let's say they just say, screw it, I'll put out my 1. Everybody would reveal. Whoever's card is the highest would go first. So player 1 with a 4 will go first. And then all these cards will get discarded. These are all out of the game now. So those are done. And then these are what's left in everybody's hand. So they will go first. So on their turn, they would draw up to 5 cards. Keep in mind, you would never have this on the table. Let me just keep saying that. You would never have this on the table. So player 1 draws up to 5 cards. So this is essentially, this is their hand right here. So now your base actions are, you have 3 of them. And you always have to choose one of your base actions. It's to attack, defend, or discard. You can always discard any number of your cards. If you discard a number of your cards, you would draw back up to 5. But you would draw back up to 5 at the start of your next turn, not immediately. So to attack means you take one of your cards from your hand and you place it in front of one of your opponent's stacks. So let's say I wanted to take this knight, that's a 4, and I wanted to attack this stack from player 3. Now, when you're attacking as one of your base actions, the color of the card is completely irrelevant. It's just the number. It's a 4. It doesn't matter that it's blue. When you're attacking, none of that matters. It just matters that it's blue. It's gonna seem like I'm contradicting that later, but I'm not. So, and that, what this also does is, if you feel like you have a card that can beat someone, you put it out there. It also allows you to see what your opponent's stacks look like. So if I say, hey, I'm attacking player 3's stack over here with this blue, they have to flip this over. No, they flip it over, revealing a peasant that's a 1. So I put this 4 here. I'm attacking a 1. Obviously a 4 is more powerful, is higher than a 1. Both. The other thing is, it's sort of a Pyrrhic victory. I'm saying both cards will get discarded. So if you win against the person you're attacking, you lose the card you're attacking with, but then that person also loses one of their cards, which makes sense. So then these two will go away, and that would be a turn. Now, if it turns out that they had let's say they had a 6, for example, and I had my 4. If they had that, at this point, 6 is bigger than the 4. Their 6 would stay, my 4 would go away. And it also works like this. Let's say I attacked. Normally when a stack is revealed, it's going to have 3 cards in it, but as cards can be attacked, you could lose a card. You still keep, the stack is still revealed. You just don't have 3 cards in it. So, and you can't add cards to a stack that was revealed already. Like you can't add a face down card to a stack. You can only, like if you've lost one of the cards of your stack, you've just lost a card for that stack. And that'll make more sense in just a second. Let's say for this example, I played a 4. They have a 3 and a 6. Obviously my 4 would beat their 3. I would have 1 power remaining because 4 minus 3 is 1. So then the remaining power of 1 would be attacking the 6. All this will go away and the 6 would remain. And that was player 1's turn. Player 2 would also draw up to 5. Okay, we got 2 druids. Okay, 2 druids in the house. And a knight. Look at that. This is player 2's hand. They have a 5, a 2, a 5, a 1, and a 4. Now, as I mentioned before, you just saw me attack. The other thing you can do is you can also defend. Defend means you add a card to one of your stacks. Keep in mind, you have to add light color for light color. Red to red, blue for blue, green for green. No one has anything green, and you cannot just make, you cannot just make a stack. I can't say, oh, I have green, no, I can make a stack of green. You have to have built up a stack to have 3 cards in it, reveal it, and once you revealed a 3rd card of a stack, one of your rewards for revealing a stack, which revealing a stack enables you to take stack powers and stack abilities, which are very important to the game. Revealing a stack of multiple colors also allows you to get these cards that are up here, which are pretty key to doing pretty well. But the only time you can make a stack is when you have revealed a 3rd card of a stack. You reveal it, a 3rd card of a vertical stack. You're able to take a card from the top of the deck, add it to your hand, and then take any card from your hand and put it face down to create a new stack. That's the only time you can create a stack, when you revealed another one. All right, so this is player 2. They have 5, 2, 5, 1, and a 4. Just for an example's sake, so I have a red and 2 blues. They're going to defend, and that means I'm just going to add a light color. This is my red stack. There's a red 7. So I'm going to add a red 5 to this stack. So I've defended. That is the action I can take. Your turns go pretty quickly in the beginning of the game because you don't have kingdom abilities. Kingdom abilities are, once you have a stack of 3 red, 3 blue, 3 green, you can take, they have active and passive actions. Having a stack of 3 reds allows you like an additional attack. You can do your base attack, attacking, defending, discarding your base actions. You always choose one of those. The kingdom or stack actions are specific to color. Red, if you have a red stack in front of you, it enables you to attack. It enables you to take an additional attack against one of your opponents, either from cards that are revealed in that stack or any card from your hand. Passive ability for a stack of 3 reds is you win ties, which doesn't sound like it means a lot, but trust me, as you keep playing this game, it will mean a lot. So if you have a stack of 3 reds, you can do an additional attack because of the stack's power. The stacks give you additional powers, and not only one. If you have a stack of red, green, and blue, you can take all of those actions for each stack you have. So for each red stack you have, that's an additional attack. And for each one of those attacks, because it's a red stack, you would break ties. Having a blue stack, 3 blue cards, enables you to put up a 4th card. So blue is heavy on defense. Blue, instead of having just 3 cards in its stack, can have 4 cards, which means if you're trying to defeat all your opponent's stacks to become the last person playing the game, having a 4th card can mean a lot. Can mean the difference between being defeated and coming out on the other end. Green's active ability is allows you to replace a card that's been revealed in the green stack with any card from your hand. So let's say you have, this is your green stack. You have a 4, a 5, and a 1. So if somebody attacks you, they're coming from the 1 first. If you had a 7 in your hand that's green, you could swap out that 1 for the 7 and then make this stack even more powerful. That's pretty cool. In addition to that, your maximum hand size goes up by 1 for every green stack you have. So if you had 3 green stacks in front of you, your hand size is now 8. Now, a stack is activated once it has 3 cards in it. Then you reveal them all. But you don't see anything until the reveal, or unless somebody attacks a specific card in order. You have to attack the one on top. We can't just attack the one on the bottom. So you can also swap the position of the cards in the stack, and only green stacks can do that for other green stacks. Let me keep, I'm just talking at you a lot. Let me just keep kind of showing you what I'm doing. So player 2 defended. That was their action. They added, they just took one of their base actions to defend, and they added the red 5 druid to this stack of red right here. Player 3's turn. They're going to draw up to 5. I have attacked, I've defended, and I can also discard. So let's say I really don't want this 1, then red could discard that, and I would just draw back up to 5 on my turn. Would I really do that? I don't know. Let me see what I have here. So I have a 6. Well, I could do that. They want to start a green stack at some point. You want to get a stack of every color. Once you do that, that's how you unlock the Hero of the People. Elusive Chameleon is unlocking 2 green. Berserker Worm is unlocking 2 reds. The Guardian Elk is, let's say, revealing a stack of two blue stacks, having 2 blue stacks revealed. Not at the same time, just having 2 blue stacks revealed. With 1 having been, just recently revealed. So what I'll probably do is, these are 2 reds. I probably defend. And then that would be player 3's turn. So back over to player 1. They have red, blue, blue. What are they going to do? Let's say they're going to defend 2. So defending is how you add cards to your stack. And then once you add the 3rd, then, hey, it's reveal time. Okay, so player 2 just drew another red. These are both red. So player 2 could also defend. So they put that down, but because there's 3 cards here now, they would reveal this stack. So now they have a stack that has a 7, a 5, and a 4. That's a nice little stack right there. That's not bad. Now they have the ability. Now they have a revealed stack of red. So now if they are attacking with red cards, which of course they don't have any right now, because their hand is 1 blue and 3 green, they would break ties. Should the numbers, remember when you're just attacking, your base actions are attack, defend, discard. So when you're just attacking from your base, action ability, it's just a number. The color is not really relevant, with the exception of if you have a red stack and you attack with a red card, it would break a tie. So now they've revealed that. So now what they're able to do is they're able to draw a card, put in their hand, and then they can create another stack, start a whole new stack from any card in their hand. So let's say they're going to start a green stack. So now they have red, blue, blue, green. So that worked out kind of nicely. And then back over to player 3. They have 4, 2, 4, 1, 2. What are they going to do here? Okay. So let's say that, you know, they want to start using some of these abilities as well. So they are going to reveal a red stack. 4, 6, 5. Not bad. So 4, 6, 5. So player 3 has now they have their own red stack. So now they can do an additional attack with a red card and then break ties when things have the same number, when they do attacks with red cards. So the active ability of red, remember, is to attack with a red card from your hand or with a red card revealed in the attack. So I could attack with this 6 if I wanted to, or this 1 or this 2, which doesn't mean a whole lot. If you like take that games, reinforcements is something that you're really going to get into. If you don't like take that games, just get used to it, because reinforcements is a lot of fun. And if you're playing and you're trying to win, you know, take that. It's like a hot tub. You just ease yourself in. You know, you start off building. You can build. You spend your turns building and maybe defending, but then, you know, your friends turn into enemies. But then you laugh, you have fun, and then they're friends again. And that's okay. So anyway, that's reinforcements. There'll be a Kickstarter link in the description. I highly suggest you go out there and support this one. You know, it fits in this small box. It's a relatively small game, and I like the fact that people can play it in different ways. You could play it more defensively. You can, you know, go cutthroat at the beginning. You can kind of sit back and watch. There's different ways to play the game. I think it scales pretty well. I think it's something that people who aren't really, you know, people who maybe only play like an Uno, or people who don't play a whole lot of different types of card games, can definitely wrap their heads around how this game works and it functions. Reinforcements is pretty dope. Like I said, links in the description. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Stay safe. Gotta clean all this up. And be blessed.